Alright, just bought this game Incursion Red River the other night and kind of tested out a little bit of it. Poked around a bit, looked at some of the options. Pretty good on the key bindings, everything here. It's interesting to me. Gameplay, these options here. I like how they have all the toggle options: run, sneak, crouch, aim, lean. It's always a useful thing. Stamina, health bars. The UI is minimal, so it doesn't really get in your way, but it's nice that you can turn off some of these things. This is a 4-player, or up to 4-player co-op. Essentially, single-player Tarkov or offline Tarkov, which is really what I want. I have Tarkov. I just, with all the rampant cheating, why bother? I have a RTX 2070 and i7 9700K, so I'm kind of running an older system, so I have it on medium. And here's my settings: DLSS on medium, borderless 2560 by 1440. The resolution hasn't really impacted too much that I've seen. I was streaming on Discord, and it seemed to be pretty alright. Odd thing, 60, 120, no 90 in between, and I'm having a little issue with trying to clamp it on the outside on NVIDIA control panel. Something's weird with control panel lately. I don't know. VSync, I always run with it on. I don't like screen tear. 90, FOV. ADS field of view, independent affected. Not really sure. That might have to do with depth of field. Motion blur, volumetric fog, virtual shadows. Just turn it all off. The fog saves you about 5 to 10 FPS, I think, somewhere around there. Turning it off. I mess with all of this yourself. If you like motion blur, go for it. I never have liked it. Illumination, I tried this lumen and screen face. You're not really gaining a lot, and you're not really losing a lot turning them on and off. And then there's a few little detail sharpness things at the bottom. Overall, those were all good. There's your sound options in here. Nothing terrible, nothing amazing. Everything works the way it should. So let's go ahead and go into this here in our hideout. So now we get the real impact. As you can see, while I'm recording, I'm doing it through NVIDIA, the NVIDIA app, or whatever the hell it's called. And I'm like at 90, 100 FPS. I think you can see at the top left corner. If you can't, well, oh well. Steam overlay. Not a lot to this little hideout, and they're definitely pulling from Tarkov. I was talking to a buddy, a couple of them last night, and one of them was saying, yeah, there might be just like some players or devs that were players or players that were devs that liked a lot of Tarkov but just wanted to kill the whole multiplayer aspect of it as far as the PvP is concerned, especially given how no one can really control cheating, and that game has been exposed as being one of the worst. So hey, play what you like, who cares, right? Everybody always tries to contest PvE versus PvP. I don't give a damn. Just, if you think PvP is better, go ahead. Everything's PvP. Go play those games. Nobody gives a shit. But for us PvE players that really don't want to have to bother with all that crap, hey, cool. Occasionally we get a bone thrown our way. So yeah, my gear's gone because I jumped into some kind of little mission or whatever at this computer over here. It's actually kind of nice because your stash here, computer there, and the shooting range over there. I've never been too much of a give a shit about the shooting range stuff. I'll go shoot stuff when I'm out there. But if you go in here, press F, here's all your stuff. But here you have this tab for laptop and escape for back. Let me open that stash again. Tab for laptop just takes you straight over. So, hey, look at that. Teleportation. It's kind of a nice thing, so you don't have to worry about like, all right, let me exit out of this and go walk over there. It's just a convenience factor. Starts you off with all this little gear. I don't really know much of anything because I'm dumb. So, given that I lost everything, I'm just going to kind of take a... I heard the guns are garbage in this game, like the little pistols, but who knows? I don't know. Could be a user error issue. Maybe they updated the gameplay on that. This is an early access, so watch your ass on that. But it was only $18. So I was like, yeah, I think I could swing that. It's probably okay. Probably fine for me. Given that I'm a dummy though, I guess I'll go with the setup they gave me originally, the AK. Oh yeah, I need to put some gear on, don't I? In the rig. Thankfully, it kind of highlights all your stuff. Because otherwise, I'd be lost. You have a little tablet that's already in your inventory. This is pretty much the inventory, this window on the side here. That's the inventory screen you're going to see in the game. And one thing I liked about this is, I think in the stash you have, shows your amount of money. I thought there was something where it would auto handle your inventory. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh well. Could swear I saw something about auto adjusting your inventory space. Well, anyways. Let's see, what else do I need here? A health injector, painkiller. I'll take one of those, I guess. Should I? Nah. Bleed out or something, I guess. Yeah, better. You'll find them out there, I know that. Revive syringe for your buddies. Oh, maybe that's why I couldn't revive my buddy the other day. Okay. Should I take a pistol? Nah. Probably gonna die anyway. MP5 mags, AK mag. I guess I'll take a mag. Have a couple. Ammunition. Oh, I think I just bought tier 2 ammo box. Didn't even realize it. I'm a dummy. See, I told you. Yeah, this is going to be kind of like me starting out here, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully nobody's expecting anything of any value or use out of it. You're not going to get any. All right. Let's go here and... terminal. So here you kind of have your welcoming little factions. They're basically just, you know, story text. If you're a story kind of person, I've never been a story person. Give me the gun. Show me a bad guy. So here you have the different factions, UICS, little missions, IGC, VLF. Nothing under elimination. I think I picked up one of these. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I lost it. Yeah, here you go. Secure intel, place intel, extract. I'm not going to pick it up right now. You also have these little side mission, I guess, or little things that are tracked while you're playing the game. You can click on one or just one at a time, I believe. Yeah, there you go. And I think the limit's 3. At least that's what I've got. So, here you've got your trader. So anybody who plays Tarkov and all that, probably familiar with that. I don't think this is linked to any kind of ecosystem because it's just a solo game. Well, offline. Well, maybe not even offline. It's multiplayer or co-op, but I don't think your worlds clash or anything like that. You have all your different rounds, buckshot, slug, 45 ACP. Doesn't look like different quality of ammo. I could be wrong. Different types of ammo, but I don't know if you find different quality of ammo. Feel free to let me know. Attachments. You got a crap load of attachments. Now, I had seen a screenshot where you could take your weapons and really customize them. I'm going to guess I don't have that unlocked. I'm going to guess it's right here. Gun. Change auto modes. High ready. You have this weird, I was trying to figure out what this is. Like, what's that supposed to be? I noticed this in one other game. It's like canted, but it's also at kind of like chest level, which is weird. So I don't know what it's supposed to do. You don't move any faster like that. So why not just be... If you're going to do that, might as well just be... If you're moving the same speed, just ADS, you know? What's the point of this? I'm sure somebody has some smart answer, but if it doesn't affect your movement, and it doesn't really affect your visibility, I could understand if, like, maybe you move faster, because there was a game that I was playing, just testing out, really, that when you had it down at that position, that weird-ass position, you move faster, but since you don't move faster, then I'm like, why? Not just for the sake of having there, right? Because someone else did it, right? I hope not. I'm a dummy, so I'm pretty sure there's a real reason out there. Okay, so I've got some stuff and whatnot, and what's this? Bandage? I don't really feel like taking anything with me. God, I'm a little... I swore there was like a sort option here. I guess not. I've looked at a bunch of these games lately, trying to figure out what I'm going to get into, because I used to do The Division a lot. Then I was into Scum for years, and that game's kind of, I don't know, I'm just still waiting for it to do something with itself. This game, be warned, there's only 2 missions. So don't spend your money thinking that you're going to get a whole hell of a lot. You're not. You're getting 2 missions. That's it. It is a live, die, repeat kind of thing. You know, you go out there, die, come back. When you die, you lose your gear. I don't think there's any insurance kind of thing. There's something here. Provided loadout will serve as default loadout. Lend. Well, they're not American. They're not English either, I don't think. So they have a little translation issues. Lent, would not lend. Lent by the vendor. You're able to receive mission rewards, but you cannot take any loot with you. By the way, I'm not knocking them for the little things. I'm a developer too, not for games, for web. And the way I do things is big, functional pieces first. Let's get it working. Let's get all the big pieces working. And then we're going to focus in on the details. So I know one of the criticisms of this game is like, well, the voice acting is not amazing, and they don't have a lot of lines that they say, and they kind of seem generic. The other thing is, like, the direction of the voices is weird. Like, sometimes they sound really close to you. I definitely agree with that. They do. But your gun sounds, where guns are being shot from, are correct, from what I could tell. You can tell when something is shooting at you from a certain direction. That's arguably more important on a functional level, although the voices coming at you from behind you when you're not really sure, or in front of you, and you can't really tell based on the volume level and audio positioning, it does kind of mess with you a little bit. I won't pretend that it doesn't, but is it fully not functional? No, it's not fully not functional. You can learn to live with it like anything, but at the same time, fair warning, that is one of those are the 2 big things that I've seen so far. Very little content. You just got the 2 maps. And that audio positioning issue. Back to the loadout provided. So if I take the provided loadout, it says you're able to receive mission rewards, but you cannot take any loot with you, which is not what I want. Also here, arrival time. I've seen this with Tarkov too. You can choose day or night. Now, I don't know how that affects the AI, but I will say that I did arrive at night one time, and I got my ass killed because I had no flashlight, no NVGs. Once again, just starting. I've gotten into a mission 2 times. Died both times. So it's not like, you know, I really have put much time in here. Private session on, you can play with other people. I'll show you the creation. Friendly fire on or off. I actually like it on, and hopefully the buddies I play with will appreciate that too. So you can go ahead and then pick your time, pick your loadout. I'm going with what I have. Hit deploy. Even though it says matchmaking, don't freak out. You're not going to... Look, I don't like playing with people, all right? So you can still invite your friends here. Notice that. No contract selected because I didn't pick any. 1:23 a.m. So it's going to be, yeah, you know, I should have picked the PM. So I probably should leave that because I don't want to be there at night. Like I was saying, no Walter Goggins goggles. Stupid fucking ads that you see all the time. Let's see here. So, trader, board deploy. Okay. Pick that. I want to be there in the afternoon. Custom deploy. I haven't run into any crashes yet. Mostly I've messed around with the visual settings. And even though this is Unreal Engine 5, UE5, I haven't. I have an older system, like I said, a 2070 RTX, and it's not even like a desktop RTX. It's kind of like a midway between a mobile, like really low-powered laptop version and a desktop high-powered. It's in this weird in-between position. And then I've got a desktop i7 9700K as a processor, even though I run a laptop, because the hardware in this machine is mostly desktop stuff. Anyway, so here's all your game settings again. Let's click ready. A little flashing and whatnot there at the bottom there when it was loading in for the text. Probably a bug. Might have something to do with like screen refresh rate or who knows what. Could be on my end. Could be my issue. The loading I've seen has not been terribly long. A lot of it loads while you're standing here when you first get into the map. I'm getting about 60-ish, 74, 59, 55, 62, 68, 71. Depending on where I'm looking and depending on what it's rendering out, movement. You can run. You can toggle run, which is important. You can actually move slower. That's run, there's walk, here's creep. I think they call it sneak, but I call it creep. Then you can crouch. You cannot lay down, which I think is unfortunate. You don't have a third-person option that I can see, which is also kind of a little unfortunate. I do like a third-person option if available. Here you go. You've got but this is also like a Tarkov kind of, clone, I suppose. You've got all your gear here. Really easy. If you don't know what this thing is, cannot remove. This is persistent. This is tablet. Hit 4, and there's your tablet. Hit tab, and it centers around your character. You're right there. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can ping areas with the middle mouse button and remove them with the right mouse button. Those are your standard keys. It actually tells you on the tablet at the bottom left-hand side. Operations, I have none currently. Tasks, I have these 3 that I've queued up. That's pretty much it. It says melee, but I haven't seen an option to punch anything, unless I'm missing something. And you bring up my weapon, pretty standard. 1, 2 is for secondary. It actually shows 1, 2, 3 is for holster. I have nothing with me, and C is for melee. I see. So I guess you got to have some kind of a knife or whatever. And then I've got tons of room. Let's bring up the map again here. Oh, by the way, since you're going to want to bring up the map the traditional way, which would be M, you might want to reconfigure your settings from tab to M, because when you hit M in the game, this is what it brings you, which is a bunch of key bindings, which is kind of useful, except for the fact that I change all my key bindings the majority of games anyways, so they're consistent from game to game. So while control is hold breath for this game, it's not for me, that's crouch. Alt is sneak, but I put it on Z. You see, so I really change up my stuff because I try to match it with other games like Ghost Recon Wildlands, Breakpoint, Scum, anything else, Division, anything that I'm playing I like to be very similar. You can jump, but it's not a whole lot of useful. Well, yeah, you can get up here, but you can't get up here. Well, go figure that one. There's no mantling, meaning you can't grab onto anything and lift yourself up. So let's see what else. And yeah, it's relatively open as far as I can kind of go in any direction I want to. As you can see, the UI is extremely minimal. I've got a very small compass on the top. Gives me my direction, degrees. Incursion Red River on the top right. Performance, content, graphics. Just a disclaimer. My bottom has got the red health bar. I've got a stamina bar for when I'm ADSing. They don't want you to hold your weapon looking down sight for some reason. Well, they're trying to mimic holding a weapon in real life, how much, you know. And then you've got your stamina run meter, which is different, which I can actually appreciate because one is arms, one is legs. So here in quote-unquote high ready, I'm not using any stamina. Even though technically you would be using muscles to hold your rifle upright in real life, I'm glad that they didn't have it affect this. And then you have this weird gangsta style, whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. Sorry, excuse me. I know there's a real reason why they're doing it, and I'm an ignorant civilian dummy, so let's see here. Those things can't seem to open anything, which is fine. I'm actually gonna show you this. So on the 2560, on the resolution, I didn't find much of a difference between 2516 1440 and 1920 by 1080. I don't really, yeah. It does give my system a little bit more headroom, but outside of that, you know, it's a little smoother for me because I'm recording. So NVIDIA is kind of sucking down some power there to do the recording and for video and audio. Oh, all these containers seem to always be in the exact same position. I'm gonna hope and I'm gonna guess that in the future they're gonna have these kind of move around. Really hope so. Maybe not, but I think that that's something they should look into. Double click and it just brings up the information about this. Battery. From what I remember from like Tarkov related things, these are not actually functional useful things. They're just kind of like quest items. They're like go fetch things. There's a little issue with the rendering in the graphics. You just noticed that. That might have been something with my system. Not sure. Shampooing. This is probably, once again, you know, it probably sells for something, but it's more likely that it's for, you know, like a quest or something. Compatible items. I have nothing compatible with. 57 by 28 millimeter round here. Yeah. Chance to wound 20%, damage 72, piercing level 2, penetration 17. You always want high penetration. So, yeah, I'm using 7.62, I'm sure. No, 5.45, 39. There you go. Okay. Let's get out of here. I'm going to cut this here. I don't want to make this video. It's already long. I do a lot of babbling, but really I'm just kind of showing you what the game kind of looks like. I'm going to go real quick and maybe find something. Yeah, you can have your sights on there. I have nothing right now, but you can toggle sights on, off. You can, I believe you can stack different power, magnification level power sights. You can add a flashlight. There are keys to change your you know, see this kind of round window thing. I'm not used to these things. This is more a console player thing, but yeah, those, that's a middle mouse button for me, but I think default it's something else. They're toggling your attachments and toggling your sights, and then you can cycle through that stuff too. Let's, what was I gonna go? Since the tab for me on number 4 is a little awkward, I'm probably gonna change it to M. I might change it to a different key. I might change it to tab and then change inventory to F1. That's an old style I used to use for inventory because between Destiny 2 and Division, F1 was the key I used for inventory. So customize it to your own, however. But here, because I have no operations, no actual missions, there's nothing for me to see. I am hearing somebody right now. Well, let's put that shit away. And they may be in the woods over here. You watch me gloriously die. Comrade. Yes, I think you're in, like, modern-day Vietnam, and you're resolving some conflicts, blah, blah, something PMC or something, I don't know. Don't really care about story, I never have. I know people like that stuff. I'm not one of those people that cares about story. I don't find that stories in video games are very compelling. Occasionally, one or two So, see how that sounded like it was right on top of me? With all my babbling? Hopefully you could still hear him. He said, let's check it out. Something like that. So the guy's probably about, I don't know, 20, 30 yards away, maybe 15. Can't really tell because I don't know if he's above me, don't know if he's beside me, because the audio for the voice acting is not correct. Like the directional audio is not accurate. Let's go take a look around. See if I don't get shot at. I also have a noise canceling software NVIDIA broadcast because I have fans going. I'm in Texas. It's going to be getting into the hundreds already. We're going to apparently skip June and go straight into July. Fun times. So I got my fans going. I got an AC I got to put up, but I haven't bothered yet. One of those U units from Medea. They're energy efficient-ish. Better than standard units. Let's take a look here. So I think all I need to do here is just get some gear, get some kills. Let's take a look at that again. While I sit out in the open like a smartass. Survive. Extract 3 successfully from a raid. Kill 10 with the headshot. Sell 2 prep meals to the vendor. Sell 2 food containers to the vendor. Yeah, I had one of those food vendor things, food containers yesterday, and I lost it when I died like a dum-dum. By the way, when you pull your pistol the first time, it racks around in. So it racks a slide back to pop around in the barrel. So be aware of that. You're not going to be able to pull your pistol out when you first show up. I don't have a pistol on me. That way you're not caught in that animation when you go try to switch to it when you're out of ammo on your primary. And you want to continue the fight without ducking behind cover to reload. And you don't have a secondary. Just saying. Oh, I know where this is. I was here last night in the dark. I couldn't really tell much of anything, but... Are these actually... See how those voices sound like they're right next to me? Look at that. I got some fucking Windex. Free brush. Shiny. Yeah, whatever. Control left click seems to just pop it into your backpack willy-nilly. Fine with that. Yeah, there's a crap load of these games out because I think we're training our child armies of the future to be able to fight our wars for us. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. There we go. Okay, took a little bit of damage there. Probably more than I should have. He did, though. I don't know how well the enemies react to things. I have seen a little video here and there where they seem to get into and out of cover pretty well. They don't fully, stupidly rush you. I don't blame this guy for what he did. There we go. Painkillers, so I'll take that. That on my belt. Yeah, I'm going to do all this out in the open because I'm a smart guy. Let's take that MP5. Is that UMP? It's MP5K. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? Food container. Hey, I needed that. And then some kind of vodka. Oh! 20 rounds out of this guy. And I got a 30 there. And then he's got a plate that I really trashed. 2.08 out of 80. But it's got more storage from what I remember. I can't wear either of these items. I'd have to swap out my gear fully. If I just want pure storage, I would do that. But, you know, I want to kind of probably live. So, can I carry... I think I can carry the rig. There we go. Yeah, I can't carry that. I could probably maneuver stuff around. Nope, not that thing. Not that thing either? Okay. I don't know that you can rotate things. So that would be helpful to know. I haven't looked into it. And, yeah, if you can also auto-sort your stuff, that would be nice, too. But I can't remember either. So, so since I think if I take one of these, it'll help my health. Maybe not. I thought that did something from... Oh, did I interrupt the animation? It says 4.0. Content, usage time 7, pain debuff. Restores 25 HP. It does. So, there you go. I interrupted the animation, so therefore it didn't actually finish doing what I was doing. Okay, there we go. So now if you look at that red bar, it kind of shows you the... there's a lighter red shade, if you can see that, on the red bar. I guess that's where it's gonna... my health is gonna go up. I think it said the time it takes, but I already forgot because I don't really commit much to memory when it comes to video games. It says some fuckface over here. Let's go light up his life. So you got crouch and then you got creep. What's that song by those ladies that sang that in the, was it late 80s, early 90s? 'Cause I creep. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting little compound. You know what it actually reminds me of? Ghost Recon. Think about Wildlands or Breakpoint. Look at this fuckface right there. I think I gotta get 10 headshots.
Incoming enemy forces.
Well, I sure hope that was a headshot. If he hit me, I didn't feel it too much. Hey, I did get a headshot, see? And, I don't know about fall damage or anything like that. So far, I haven't encountered any. It's gonna kind of pop down here. I don't think there's any. There might be if I fall from a really high place, but so far, like I said, I haven't encountered any. I do hope that they introduce it if they don't have it, because it would be nice to have, like, slightly more realistic stuff going on, you know? I know it's PvE, but it ain't, you know, supposed to be totally dum-dum land. Let's see here. Can I bring that down here? No, I want to do that. Here we go with Tetris. And then that's a PP. You like a PP19? No, then I'm gonna auto fit. If I put the rig there, can you not turn these things? Anybody know? I'm gonna guess you can't turn them. It sucks. What do we got here? Health injector. Let's pop that over there. That probably does more than 25, right? Wait, don't use it, don't use it, don't use it, no! Alright, whatever. Now we know. Alright, let me check his ass again here, literally. That's what it looked like I was doing. Tuna. So when I double-clicked, I thought it was just going to bring up this like it does before. See how it's got some texture loading issues there? No biggie. Don't sweat it. No sweat, chummer. Beer. You can't drink that. Guys, come on. Make it to where you can drink beer. Fuck. That's all I want to do is shoot guns and drink beer. What's wrong with that? His rig's better than the other one I fucked up, but still not good enough for me to bring up. But I will say, this combo gives you a little bit more space. Can I bring that up here? That drops that there. Hey, I can carry two. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's get out of here. Nothing else? But yeah, think Recon Wildlands. Can you imagine if they expand this map out? That would be amazing. Because right now, these things look like they're extraction points right there. Got another one here. Your little marker, by the way, guys, devs, I don't think they're watching, but that color for your marker blends in way too much. You get used to it, like I'm seeing it better than I did last night. And if you hit tab, it centers kind of. But imagine if they expand out here. That would be awesome. I'm hoping that that's the goal. It probably is. Usually they have like the sky's the limit kind of goals, and eventually they're like, we're really tired of this game. Can we go fucking do something else? Hold R to check your mag, by the way. Gives you about a half. I'm about half there. Halvesies. You know, even though it doesn't have the eat and drink mechanic that survival games have, here's some texture shits. Even though it doesn't have that, I'm okay with it not having it, but I wouldn't mind if it did. I'm still okay with it not having it, though. Those are all, like, nice to have kind of little touches, you know? Once you get all the major mechanics going. The map looks pretty awesome. I'm going to attribute it to UE5, Unreal Engine 5, really, the engine making things look amazing. Because I know there's a lot of world generation you can do with the Unreal Engine. You do have a lean. So that sounded to my right. Let's find out if it actually is. It also sounded like it was like 5 feet away from me. I can't make up my mind if I want single or full auto. I'm used to doing semi-auto for anything immediate. There was a dude downrange over there, north 345 degrees. But that voice sounded like it was right up above me, didn't it? That's one of the major bugs. But I think it's just something that needs to be filled in, and I'm not too concerned with it immediately. It at least brings me out of my babbling state. And I can start paying attention to the fucking video game, huh? Maybe I'll get out of one of these things alive. The way I see it is like a guy that deployed that never really got out of it, and pretty kind of gone crazy and just out in the wilderness fucking shooting shit, and I have no reason to be. But I've slowly gone crazy, and I'm talking to myself. You hear those footsteps? There he is. There's one, but I know I saw another armored guy. This looks like a really bad position. I'm way out in the open. Granted, there's a lot of coverage in between, but in reality, it would be a death sentence if I was just sitting out on the rock like that. Customization, I don't know any customizations for your character. There he is, there he is, there he is, there he is. Actually, he didn't just fully straight up destroy me. Woo! Okay, I need to totally... Oh, I already used that. I used that health injector. Oh, no. I don't know how many pills you can eat. A pretty significant jump there. So that sounded like it was right behind me. Because you can't really tell. I know he's the last position of firing. But that audio sounded like right behind me. What I do know is he was above, unless he came down. I don't know if they have the ability to just walk off a ledge. There he is. Okay, he's down. Thanks to the audio there. That's like me. Like if I was doing voice acting. Oh, you got me. He got me. Actually, my voice acting would be fucking terrible. I'd be like, help me. I'm dying. Help me. Alright, let's go over here. Is he dead up there? Yeah, he is. So I got like 1 or 2 rounds at best. I can't get his body. No! If only I had a rope I could throw and lasso his neck. Okay, let's try to extract since I've been dragging this video on, right? So center, tap to center. So there I am. There's an extraction off to my left. Open, closes in, infinite time. So let's go ahead, due west directly. That's that way. Well, shit monkeys. I gotta go through, up there. Up there's Yo's. Oh, you know what? I should do the smart thing. I'm sure I can do this too. How do you, how you say unload mag? Oh, look, it does auto pop that there. I did have 1 round. Check that out. What do you know? Tac. J-Tac. Food. Beer. Oh my gosh, if only I could... Come on, guys, make it to where you can drink beer. What if I control click? No? Damn it. My performance would increase tenfold in my mind. Just like real life. Everyone knows you shoot better when you have a couple of beers. At least 1. Oh, maybe these guys are not from Texas. Oh, I definitely know they're not from Texas. But I think that's a universal world-known thing. You have a beer or 2, you're fine. Oh, wow! That was damaging me? Are you shitting my fucking mouth? Wow. Well, okay, so don't jump on those tires. I think that's a... Is that a fire or something? Evil. Maybe it's because I was trying to leave the map. They're like, fuck no, get your ass back in there. You are conscript, comrade. You cannot go. Road impassable ahead. Really? Is this the road of death that I just tried to go through? Maybe that was just a bug. Where I was taking damage from some kind of environmental piece of nonsense and I shouldn't have been. I need to change my walk from Z to Alt. I'm by default hitting Alt to walk. Oh, a health injector. Why, thank you, I will. Or creep. Oh, there's another box. Good, because I'm getting out of here. Look at that, it's a crappy AKS-74U. And a staple gun and cracker ass cracker. Silly strawberry cones. I'll take that. I can't take the staple gun, but I probably can if I do that, right? Hey, what do you know? I can't put that in anywhere. All right. Yeah, I've heard that you can find broken ass guns like that, break them down, fix them, whatnot. Here we go. Hey, look at that cash. Man, I like money. Can I pop that in there? There we go. That's a little silly. You shouldn't have to drag and drop to stash cash. It should just auto. I don't know. Vodka's more important than shampoo, I suppose, or window cleaner.
Enemy spotted!
Oh no! That's what you get for fucking having a stupid discussion such as, is vodka more valuable than window cleaner or shampoo? The answer is yes, it is. Shake the vodka and go. Well, you know, 3 deaths. I'm happy that I'm getting murdered, honestly, because I really don't need a game where I'm rolling through the enemies. There is a difficulty from what I remember. I have it on, I think, on hard, because why would you play anything less than? But, you know, for people that, I guess you resume if your buddies are around or something. So now if I go to Hideout, I think I lose everything. But yeah, I think there's a AI difficulty. Let's take a look real quick here. Options. Gameplay. Yeah, AI, I have it on high. What's custom do? Now that I'm asking, it does a lot. Look at that reaction time. Oh my god, this is awesome. How long they actually have to see you to react and start attacking you. AI memory length, perception threshold, how well a player has to be perceived by the AI to be actually spotted. Wow, this is awesome. Perception range. Yeah, crank it up if you really want to aim target bone. Look at that. Spine, head. Wow. This is something that should be in games. deliberate shot count, deliberate miss time. So all those people whining about, ooh, the AI is too hard. Well, now here you go. You can make it easy street for yourself. Pretty damn cool, man. AI. Yeah, let's just set back to high. That's fine for me. I don't know what those settings are. Maybe those were the settings for high. I don't know. Anyway, just real quick, let's look at all my stuff, all my hard work, all my gear gone. Because I'm a terrible video game player. Well, I'm not a gamer. And it's all gone. All gone. And I think all I have left is $1,000. Look at that. Yeah, somehow I burned all my money. Yeah. So, I might need to wipe and start from scratch again. It might be better if I do that. Anyways, hope you got something out of this, and if you're still here or whatever. All right, that's about that.